Welcome to the Portland West Middle School orientation video. Let's have a look around campus. To start off, let's hear a word from our principal, Mr. Cam McLean.
Hello, I'm Mr. McLean and I'm the principal at Portland West Middle School. I want to thank all parents for taking the time to watch our expectation video. We have a wonderful reward-winning school for your child to attend. We have high academic and behavior expectations for your children. Our behavior expectations start with our expectations of being responsible, respectful, and safe. Here to tell you a little bit more about our PBIS program is Miss Shelley Cooper, our assistant principal. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to Portland West Middle School. We are so excited that you're starting this journey with us. I'm Shelley Cooper. I'm the assistant principal here, and today we're going to talk about our positive behavior intervention support system. We like to call it PBIS. PBIS is a way that we deliver our clear expectations for the school year. In fact, during the entire first week of school, we actually go through expectations for our entire building. This includes behavior in the hallways, our expectations when it comes to use of our lockers. We actually go out on the bus and talk about the important decisions that are necessary to be safe, respectful, and responsible on the bus to and from school. And we also talk about behavior in our lunchroom. In this process, we actually have cards that are handed out to students. These are called pause cards. These cards are used as a token system where you can actually earn items from our bookstore on a daily basis. The neat thing about pause cards is anybody in the building can deliver those to you. It could be assistants, teachers, principals. We're always on the lookout for great behavior and responsibility here during the day. Those names will be put into a drawing for our entire school. The prizes include cash money for you to earn within the month when we do our drawing. Every 4.5 weeks, our school will celebrate great behavior regardless of the decisions that have been made. We all know that sometimes mistakes happen, and so as a building, we really want to reward you coming to school every day and putting in the efforts that you've put in. These reward celebrations could include a movie day, dodgeball, dances, and like I said, everyone gets to attend these events, so it's very, very exciting that you get to share this with all of your friends. We want to make sure that you understand PBIS truly promotes citizenship by acknowledging different groups each month as well. We make cards, decorate with different themes, and this helps us to really make sure that we're taking the time to tell others how much we care about them. For instance, we might have a month with our cafeteria staff. We have a month to celebrate our assistants. We have a month to celebrate our teachers, a month to celebrate our administrators. And it's just a great opportunity to take time and think about all that others do for us. We're excited to start a positive, upbeat year with you. If you have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to ask. Again, my name is Shelley Cooper, and I'm here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Cooper. Let's start our tour of Portland West by talking about what to do when you arrive on campus each morning. Here's a couple of students to show you what to do. I've asked 2 people with experience to demonstrate the arrival expectations at Portland West. This is Madison. Madison is a car rider at Portland West and knows exactly what to do if you arrive at school in something other than a school bus.
Hello, narrator. You're looking well today.
I look good every day, but there's no way for you to know that. I am a generic, disembodied narrator voice.
Okay, whatever. I was just trying to be polite.
This is Freddie. Freddie rides a bus and will be demonstrating arrival expectations for bus riders.
I would never make fun of how you look or appear.
Don't be a suck up. Who wants to go first? Well, I guess there must be some impartial way to decide who goes first. I got it. How about a game of rock, paper, scissors, Panther, Blue Devil?
Okay. Wait a minute. What's a blue devil? Wait.
What, neither of you know how to play? No problem. I brought an expert in the game along just in case. Coach Kyle Lane. Coach, can you demonstrate how to play the game?
Sure, I can help. It's just like rock, paper, scissors, except there's more options so that you don't have as many ties. So, like rock, it beats scissors, and scissors cuts paper. All those different rules that we always have in that game.
Okay.
And the only difference is Panther, which is this, and then Blue Devil, which is this. And let's see, well, Panther, it gets scared by the rock, and scissors cuts Panther, and Panther shreds paper, and then Panther beats Blue Devil.
Okay, what beats Blue Devil? What about Blue Devil?
Son, how long have you lived in Portland? Don't you know this? Everything beats Blue Devil. Everything.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach Lane. Will you referee as we decide who gets to go first?
Sure. So here we go. Ready, set, shoot. Oh yeah, you won.
Good job, Freddie. Show our audience what to do if they ride a bus to get to campus in the morning.
If you're a bus rider at PortlandWest Middle School, if you're going to get dropped off here and you're going to go to the gym set of doors. And once you go to the doors, you will go in, find a seat, and I'm just going to go find mine.
If you get to school any other way than the bus like me, you'll enter through the front doors. If you get to school before the 7:45 bell, you will enter the building and go to the gym and wait for the dismissal bell. Freddie is already in the gym waiting for us. Let's go in and talk about what to do once you get in the gym in the morning. When you come into the gym, it doesn't matter if you come through the front doors
Or the gym doors. Both groups do the same thing.
That's right, Freddie. Each grade level will have its own assigned area to sit in while waiting for the 7:45 bell. Each grade level has its own assigned area to sit in to make it easier for people to find you if you have a message in the office or something like that. Instead of having to look through the entire gym to find someone, all they will have to do is know what grade that person is in, and they will know where to look for that person.
Madison, it looks like they've thought things through to make it easier for everyone.
I know, right?
It would save a lot of money if we keep traffic off the gym floors.
The less often we have to wax the playing surface of the gym floor, the more money we save. To help us do that, it would be a great help if you would avoid the playing surface of the gym floor. When you enter the gym, simply walk around the edges outside of the purple lines to whatever bench or assigned area you need to be seated in.
Once you get seated in the morning, you may want to go to the cafeteria for breakfast, or if you're in a club, they might meet in the morning.
If that's you, let the gym monitors know before you leave the gym.
But who are the gym monitors?
It could be Miss McClain, Miss Cooper, or any other teacher helping out in the gym. One thing you need to know, don't leave the gym before the 7:45 bell without permission.
Why?
Because there are not enough teachers for safety in the hallways in the mornings before the 7:45 bell. No students are allowed in the hallways without permission.
It could be a detention if you don't ask. If you don't ask a monitor, it's okay to leave, but you just have to have permission.
Thanks a lot, you two. Sounds easy. Just do what you need to do and everything will work great. The bell will ring at 7:45 and you'll be allowed into the hallways to go to your first period class. Hi, folks. My name's Tim Coker. I'm a 6th grade social studies teacher here at Portland West. I've been educating middle school students for over a decade now, and I'm going to take just a few minutes to show you a few ways that you can keep track of the progress and success of your student while they're here at Portland West. While your student is here at Portland West, we're going to form a 3-person team. You the parent, me the teacher, and them the student. If all 3 of us are doing what we can to help them reach every little bit of their potential, your student will be successful at Portland West. Maybe you've been a member of this team before. Maybe you've had a student at Portland West. But if you haven't, I have enlisted the help of a random middle school student to help us out. This is Aiden. Say hello to the people, Aiden.
Hello.
If there's one thing that I've learned in my time teaching middle school students, it's that they want to be hassled as little as possible. Now, for most of them, that means that they'll do their work the way they need to do it so that they don't get hassled by me, the teacher, or you, the parent. But at some point in almost every middle school student's life in the 3 years they're here at Portland West, they'll test the waters and they'll see if they can get away with doing as little as possible while being hassled as little as possible.
You mean teachers know that?
Yeah, we figured that one out a long time ago. Parents, in their desire to do as little as possible and not be hassled for it, your child will lie to you.
I would never lie to.
That's a lie. If you don't believe me, I'll prove it. So let's play make-believe. Your child has just gotten home from school and you ask the question that just about every parent or guardian asks when their kid gets home from school, "What did you do today?"
Nothing.
That's a lie. And I'll prove it to you. I have never taught the following class. Good morning, class. Today we're going to be learning about absolutely nothing. What? We will sit here in silence and do nothing all day long. Yeah, we're always doing something. We will do something every day. So, to make it possible for you to keep track of what we're doing in class each day without having to rely on the information or misinformation of your student, every teacher at Portland West has been given access to a website to help communicate with you, the parent. Let me show you how to access it. I'll be right over here at my computer. The teachers at Portland West have each been given a web page on the school website so that they can communicate with you, the parent, concerning the various events taking place in their classes. To access the school website, simply open up the web browser of your choice and type in the web address pwm.sumnerschools.org. This will take you to the main page for the school website. This main page will have news and events from Portland West, but notice that there is a series of links here on the left side of the page. To access the teacher websites, just click on Academics. This brings up all of the grades and all of the teachers here at Portland West. You can see the English and Language Arts teachers, the math teachers, the science teachers, the social studies teachers. You can click on the name of the teacher whose class you would like to know what happened in their class today. So let's click on mine. So our last unit that we did in my class was Rome and the Roman Empire, Roman Republic. So for the last week of that unit, I had the whole week laid out on the website. I also included the PowerPoint that I use in the classroom discussion each day. And there are a few good websites down at the bottom for parents to access for extra practice and extra information about the topics that we study. If you have any questions about an assignment for the teacher, each teacher also has an email address by which they can be contacted. So let me demonstrate another way that a middle school student might try to mislead you. So you looked at the school website and you saw that we had a test today. So when your student gets in the car with you in the afternoon, you ask, "How did you do on the test today?"
Fine.
That might be a lie, but there is a way you can find out and know for sure. We have something called Parent Portal. You can access all the grades online and see them pretty much as soon as they're put into the system by the teacher. Now, I don't have any kids here at Portland West. I'm not a parent of a middle school student yet, so I've never had to access Parent Portal from the parent end. But we do have a teacher here who has a child in middle school. She's had to access Parent Portal before. I'm going to let her walk you through the steps on how to do that.
As a parent, at any time, if you would like to view your child's current progress report, individual classroom teacher grades, there's a way to do that. All you need to do is go to the school's website, Portland West Middle School, and you'll find the tab that says Parent Portal. Once you click on that, the screen will appear for you to enter your username and password. For rising 6th graders, your username and password from 5th grade will carry over to the middle school setting. All current 7th and 8th grade students, your information will remain the same as the previous year. In case you've misplaced this information, at any time you can contact the attendance clerk, Ms. Robin Huntsman, in the front office, and she can provide this information for you. Once you see this page, all you'll need to do is click Log In, and then your student's name will appear. Over to the left-hand side, there are various tabs that you would be able to click on. You can click on the attendance tab, which will show your students' absences if they were verified or unexcused, your early dismissals, and your tardy slips. You can also go down to the discipline tab, and by clicking on that, if your child has received a detention or an ISI from any classroom teacher, the date and all of that information will appear here on this particular page. The next important piece of information would be your schedule. For your child, they will receive an updated schedule the first day of school. In case this is misplaced, at any time you can click on the schedule tab and be able to see the classes that your student will have for the entire school year. The terms, Q1 would be for your first 9 weeks, Q2 your second 9 weeks, and so on. This way you're able to see what their related arts classes are for the entire school year. Probably the most important tab for you to click on would be the grades tab. And by doing this, you're able to see all of the classes that your child is currently enrolled in. For this particular screen, this information is for the last 9 weeks that my son was in 7th grade. I can look at his math grades, for instance, in isolation by going to the Activities tab. Once I click on this, you are able to see the dates, the categories of the grades that were recorded, a simple phrase for each activity, and if it was graded, and the score. Some teachers will do points, some teachers will do a direct average. The next one that you could view would be the report card. Many times, if a student has been having difficulty in a certain class, they may refrain from letting you know that report cards were issued that given day. And if they participate in sports, their coaches will require them to show them their report card within a week's time to avoid any consequences for low performing grades. So if your child has accidentally lost the report card, or if you're just curious, there's a way for you to view that even before your child actually brings that report card home.
So you can see, we're trying to do everything we can to empower you to keep track of your students' success and progress here at Portland West.
Rats, I would have gotten away with it too if it had not been for those pesky teachers and parents.
That's right. We'll do our part as best as we can to keep you in the loop. If you're on top of it too, there's no way that they'll be able to do nothing and get away with being hassled as little as possible. Honestly, I hope your student has a great 3 years at Portland West. We have covered a lot of ground, and now it's the end of the day. The end of the day is a very exciting time at Portland West. A full day of learning is done, and now it's time to go home. Because everyone is so ready to get home and blow off some steam, sometimes people will do things at the end of the day that they would not normally do. And this is unfortunate because they wind up ruining a good day of behavior with one careless act. So be on your guard. Don't ruin your good day by doing something that gets you in trouble at the end of the day. Once the dismissal bell has rung, you may get any objects you may need to take home out of your locker.
Okay.
While phones are not allowed out of your locker during the school day, once the dismissal bell rings, you may take it out and use it on campus.
Oh, that's cool.
Once you have everything you need to take home, you're ready to leave the building. But be careful. It's usually caused by people trying to run down the halls and out of the building. They don't mean to run into people and knock them down, but it almost always happens when someone is running with their arms full of books or with their backpack slinging around back and forth because they're running down the hallway. We want everyone to have a good day. Part of that means everyone goes home with the same amount of blood they showed up with. The best way to help us do that is to walk at a normal speed through the hallways. As you leave the building, the same as you always do. At the end of the day, you will exit the building in one of two ways. If you are a walker, bike rider, or car rider, you will exit through the front doors. If you are riding a bus, you will exit through the gym.
Some days I'm being picked up, some days I ride the bus. Today I'm being picked up.
Then we will go over the procedures for car riders first, then we will talk about bus riders.
Sounds good.
Even though the day is over, the staff at Portland West is still going to do whatever they can to keep you safe, but we need your help. If you are waiting for a ride, feel free to spread out down the sidewalk, but do not stand in the traffic lanes or run out into traffic lanes when you see your ride. You would be surprised that people actually do that all the time, and it's not a very safe situation. If you are a walker or a bike rider, don't hang out on campus adding to the congestion. Head home as soon as you exit the building. It's not that we want to get rid of you or anything. We just want the crowds to be as small as possible to keep traffic to a minimum. Parents and students, this next part is very important for you to understand, so please pay close attention. We want to keep your students as safe as possible, but we need your help in order to do that. We realize it might be more convenient for you to have your child walk off campus to meet you so that you don't have to pull into campus and wait in line. However, for the safety of your child, we ask you not to do that. And here's the reason why. We trust that you have had the discussion with your student about not getting into cars with strangers. So really, the main thing we need to be on the lookout for is someone who might try to grab your student and force them into a car. If your student is at the front of the building, our SRO officer will be supervising and will see and intervene. However, if you have instructed the student to meet you somewhere where the SRO cannot see them, there will be nothing the SRO can do to stop it. It's unfortunate that we even have to consider things like this, but we do. So please, help us keep your child safe by only picking them up in front of the building where there is proper supervision. If you are a bus rider, you will exit the building through the gymnasium. If you ride an early bus, it will likely be waiting for you outside. Walk through the gym to the doors, trying to avoid the playing surface of the floor the same way you do in the mornings. If you need to wait for your bus to arrive, have a seat in the bleachers and wait for your bus number to be called. You may get out your headphones and listen to music while you wait, but we do ask that you only cover one ear or put one earbud in. That way, when your bus number is called, you will hear it and not miss your bus. Just one more word of warning. To keep everyone as safe as possible, we need to know where students will be as they exit the building at the end of the day. That's why you may only exit through the front doors or the gym at the end of the school day. If you are caught exiting the building in any other way, not only are you making it more difficult for the staff to keep you safe, but you will also be out of your assigned zone and likely given a detention. So, keep your wits about you. Do what you're supposed to do, and you will get home as quickly and as safely as possible.